I worked in the play over a number of years. I tried it as a short film script, didn't work. Tried it for radio, didn't work. Eventually decided that it needed to be a play for the stage, and it needed to be about these two people sharing their experience, I suppose, of loneliness. I had this sense that John Mahoney would be great in the part of Dan, and I suppose I knew him primarily as a film actor, mainly Moonstruck, also as a TV actor through Frasier. But I also knew him through his association with Galway Arts Festival, shows he'd done there, and shows that he'd recently done in Galway, such as The Outgoing Tide. Mm-hmm. And it was specifically what he was doing in town, doing The Outgoing Tide, that I got the notion to drop a copy of the play into him at the town hall.
I was in Galway doing a play called The Outgoing Tide, and I came off stage one day and went to my dressing room, and there, slipped under the dressing room door, was an envelope with a letter and a script in it.
So I then texted my wife. I said, would this be crazy to get this play to John Mahoney in this way? And she said, look, what have you got to lose?
I wasn't going to read it, but I was on the plane coming home and I had nothing to read. My Kindle was out of battery, and I was totally devastated by it. I just thought it was a gorgeous story, beautifully told, in just truly street poetic language.
Yeah, he sent it to me, and I read it right away, because when John Mahoney says he wants to do a play, you have to pay attention to it. I read it, I liked it, but I thought we had to read it aloud.
Yeah.
So we did it in our interplay reading series. We had a couple hundred people here on a Monday night here in Skokie, and
200 people. I mean, I thought a reading might be like 10, 12 people. 200, I couldn't believe it. And it was read so beautifully by John Mahoney and Penny Slusher, and the audience responded so warmly to the reading itself, and also in a Q&A afterwards. I'd spent the year writing back-to-back television. This night was the highlight of my year. It was just magical. I felt to myself, if nothing else comes of it but this night, it's been a glorious moment in my career.
John was, for instance, sufficiently excited about the reaction of the audience that night that it made him want to take the next step. John Mahoney is arguably one of the great actors of his generation. And
he's someone who embodies great humanity, and he embodies a kind of...
everyman.
Yeah, and a kind of a crankiness. He plays against, he's got a wonderful crankiness, which I think is necessary for the character.
Yeah, I do too.
When BJ said that, yes, he'd like to do it, he asked me if I had anybody in mind that I would like to do it with. And I said, yes, definitely. I would love to do it with Penny Slusher if she was available. I knew she'd be wonderful, but I wasn't quite prepared for just how wonderful. I mean, she's so honest. She's so good. She's so funny. She's such a hard worker. She makes it look so effortless. I'm just thoroughly enjoying every minute that I'm on stage and off stage with Penny. It's just a wonderful relationship, I think, that we've developed, and I've just grown more and more of a fan the more we work together.
Spencer Tracy said about acting, he said, you just plant your 2 feet, you look the other guy in the eye, and you tell the truth. And I thought, yeah, that sounds right. And so I've always kind of kept that in the back of my mind for myself as an actor. And then to meet someone like John, and to actually get to be on stage with him is just a dream come true.
I've worked at the Galway Arts Festival a few times, and it was really one of the best experiences in my life.
Because we were there during the festival, I mean, there was such a wonderful mix of people, of artists, of talents that, literally on the streets you could, just stumble on any sort of wonder and amazement. It just was a little treasure thing, a little treasure hunt every day as I walked around.
Irish audiences are so wonderful. They're so respectful. I remember doing Long Day's Journey, and I remember saying, I was out with the playwright Tom Murphy. We were out having a couple of beers, and I said to Tom, God, it's amazing. I didn't hear a candy wrapper. I didn't hear anybody cough. I didn't hear anything. And Tom said, John, what is up there on that stage is sacred to us. That is sacred. And I thought, wow, is that great? And I'll do anything that they want me to do in Galway, anything.
The production is full of surprises, visual surprises, flourishes, unexpected things. So I know you're going to love it, and I know you're going to love it so much you're going to be sorry you haven't seen it more than once.